Live from the banks of the Ohio, we welcome you to Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds. Major League Baseball on the show starts now. Sal Romano is on the mound for the Reds in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy pitched well this last one, getting through 7 innings in his last start. We'll see if he can turn in another quality start and pick up the win in this one also.
And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Hey, why not get on a hot streak, Matty? They played really well yesterday. Continue that trend. Stay on the attack. See if you can get on a hot streak. Maybe rattle off 8 to 10.
Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
Counts even at 2-2 to Marisnick. Here now the 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
A swing and a ground ball to third. And there's one away. With that, here's the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matty, I'm looking for signs of life from Tommy Joseph. He's hitting under 250 for the season. You think about it, that's basically 1 for 4 every game with some overs mixed in there. It tells you about the inconsistency he's had so far in the batter's box.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2. Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, D-Row, I think Jerry Hillsdale is a very good hitter's umpire. Doesn't give much on the edges. He's going to make you put the ball.
Meanwhile now, this is a fair ball down the line in left, and that ought to be good for extra bases. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
And he just blasts this thing down the left field line. I thought it might bend foul, but it lands just inside the chalk, and he's able to leg it out for a double. Good-looking swing.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. And what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Oh, with 1 out, a runner on third can come home to score all sorts of ways. That's why, as a pitcher, you have to execute pitches even better when there are runners on base.
Williams takes his lead at third with 1 away. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. Duvall looks up, and it's gone. So a 2-run shot to left center, number 26 for him on the season, as the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead.
Boy, when the leading MVP candidate steps into the box, I'm not sure it's wise to challenge him, especially with a pitch like this. But they do, and he makes them pay for their mistake. He's been doing this all year long.
And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. And that's off his leg on the mound. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Corey Spangenberg. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Softly hit out towards short. And a leaping try there, but he comes up a bit short as this is into left center, the base hit.
Left ball just landed in front of the left fielder for a single. You know, the batter wants that one back. He thought he should have drove it a little bit better than that, but a knock is a knock.
Here's Luis Valbuena now, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. The 1-0. Lifted the other way to left center. Duvall will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. But the Fightins strike for a pair, both coming on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the first coming up from Great American Ballpark. It's now 2-0 Philly. Vince Velasquez, a California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, I call Vince Velasquez V-squared, and he's a really good pitcher. 4-pitch mix, fastball, slider, curveball, changeup. 95 to 97 with a fastball with a lot of late life. Quality pitcher.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he fouls this one off. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, have got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I can't tell you how important it is to throw that first run up on the board, and that's exactly what they did. Little crooked number, a 2 spot to give their pitcher a chance to relax and go out and pound the strike zone. This team has been playing red-hot baseball recently.
1-2 the count to Billy Hamilton.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Time now for a look at the hometown Reds starting lineup card in this one. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see the speed and athleticism of Billy Hamilton on display. He's already snatched 20 bags this year. When you think about it, there are not a lot of guys stealing 20 bases anymore, so that's already a big year in terms of stealing bases, and he's not even done yet.
Little chopper back to the mound. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting third.
In is Joey Votto now. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average. First pitch of the at-bat. The breaking ball that time in for a strike.
Okay, I see where this guy's going, right? He wants to pitch backwards, a little 0-0 curveball. Don't be shocked if this hitter's sitting all over that same pitch right here.
And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Bouncer down the line. That's a foul ball.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Count is 1-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. Now a ball sliced out of play down the left field line. The 1-2. Popped him up. Valbuena has room in foul territory, and he brings it in on the warning track. So nothing happening this time around. We'll move to inning number 2 here in Cincinnati. It's the Phillies 2 and the Reds nothing. So next to the plate for the Phils, Jorge Alfaro, and he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Soft liner towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the Phillies get a man on to start out the inning.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Runner goes for second. Sent on the ground out to second. Jeanette has it. Throw on to first in time. 1 away.
Time for a look at the Cincinnati Reds on D. And let's focus our attention on first baseman Joey Votto. I don't think this guy gets enough credit for his defense because he's so dynamic on the offensive side, but one of the most prepared players in our sport, and half of that is definitely attributed to the defensive side of the ball.
Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1. Now the 1-0. Softly hit out to short. And there are 2 away now. Coming to the plate now, Jake Marisnick. Runner in scoring position with Sukan. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Schebler has a read on it. And that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Philadelphia, but they hold a 2-0 lead. And that brings up Scott Schebler. He'll lead it off against Vince Velasquez.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And that one swung on and missed. 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. The 1-1 home. Squared that one up just a little late.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out.
Time to take a look at the Philly D. And the guy manning shortstop today is J.P. Crawford. This guy, he doesn't have the quickest feet in the game, but he has unbelievable range, a strong arm, and very, very quick hands. And he is just the start of the new wave of the next line of great shortstops.
Scooter Gennett is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. Boy, good fight on the slider, and it just missed inside. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
Here comes the first pitch. Line, but speared on a hop. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. Up next will be Nick Williams. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. And the pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. And that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate. So he's aboard again with his second hit of the game here in the top of the third. And as our graphic will illustrate, in terms of team rankings, he's currently second best on this Philly ball club in that department. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And the runner back in standing. First pitch of the at-bat. And there he goes towards second. Chopped weakly to the left. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tommy Joseph. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's set. Here it comes. I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike 1.
Hey, he gets a pass right there for that ugly swing. He's been having a monster season. Take a step out of the box, regroup. He'll get right back in this AB.
Set to deliver the 0-1. A fastball down near the shoe tops. Williams, the runner at second with one away. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. High in the air down the right field line. Schebler giving chase. And he makes the catch in the corner. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, Corey Spangenberg. A base hit in his first trip. First pitch on its way. A fastball that just misses inside. Softly hit here to the left side. Throw on to Votto will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. Phillies strand 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Ready now for Cincinnati. Eugenio Suarez, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. 0-1 the count. The windup and the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. Swing and a little tapper. The 0-2 once more. Is swung on and missed. He got him.
He's looked great on the bump the first few innings of this game, and I think his ability to change speeds effectively has been a big reason why. That was a good change of speed for the strikeout there, and I've seen a lot of hitters look pretty off with their timing so far.
Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
Watching him on the mound, I'm really impressed with what he's doing right now. He's been really aggressive and confident over the last couple of innings.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. This is skied into short left center. Crawford over to his right, makes the play, and there are two gone now. So here's the Reds pitcher, Sal Romano. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Here's the first pitch to him. Felt high and right down the middle for a strike. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie.
Hey, down 0-2. He better be leery of this guy's nasty changeup. He has the ability to bury it down and away or down and in wherever he wants to. So you got to be on point with this one.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. On now to the top of inning number 4. It's the Phillies 2 and the Reds nothing. Digging in to try it again, Luis Valbuena. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Duvall comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out. Digging in, Jorge Alfaro. He reached on a single in his first try. First delivery to him on the way. Heading out towards shallow right. Schebler on the move. Lays out, and he's got it. A great play for out number 2. Ready for another chance. J.P. Crawford. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And 2 the count to Crawford.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He's pounding the zone. He's got 2 quick outs. You better pull the trigger.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Phillies down in order, but they're on top 2-0. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. Back to the top of the lineup as
leading off the 4th inning for the Reds, center fielder, Billy Hamilton.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
He's getting a lot of first pitch outs, and it's really easy to see why. He's been perfect. 100% of his first pitches have been for strikes to hitters so far in this one.
One strike offering now to Hamilton. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
That pitch up in the zone called the strike, and that's a tough pitch for a batter to hit, though, that fastball that's high in the zone.
Popped him up. Joseph has a play. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
And here's Jose Peraza. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Hit out towards second. Spangenberg has it. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. And so after getting the ground ball with the fastball on that last pitch, that'll segue perfectly to our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And as you see there, just 1 mile an hour separating these two arms so far. 96 on one hand, 95 on the other. Joey Votto is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit hard back up the middle. And the Reds have their first hit of the game.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
And that brings up Scott Schebler as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
I'm going to chalk that one up to he didn't see it too well right there. To get such a late swing on an off-speed pitch, a good curveball right there to go down 0-2, he's got to regroup.
Fouled off. Votto, the runner at first with 2 gone. He pops him up toward the left side of the infield. Valbuena has got it, and the side is retired. 1 left for Cincinnati. They're down 2-0. Striding in once again, Vince Velasquez. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
And he'll step on first himself for the out. Here's Jake Marisnick. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Here comes the first pitch. A bouncer to the left side. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Digging in and looking for more, Nick Williams. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted down the line in left. Duvall is there, and how about that? A 3-pitch inning as this side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Phillies lead it 2-0. Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. First pitch on its way. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Looks at a curveball called for a strike.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Stays alive, still 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Down the first baseline. And that's through for a hit.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
In now for the Reds, Adam Duvall comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Crawford has it to second for one. On to first to complete the double play.
Just a two-hopper to short. Can't ask for anything easier than that, and they roll up your basic 6-4-3 double play.
Stepping in now, Eugenio Suarez. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. Oh, and 2. Here it comes. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Reds go down quietly. They trail it here 2-0. Ready for another shot now. Rhys Hoskins comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First offering on its way. Back to him on the mound. Oh, and he misses it. And a great job to stick with it here as he gets the first out of the inning. Well, this is certainly something you never want to see. Perhaps the silver lining here, if there is one, is that got him in the non-throwing arm. So if he had to work his way through this, he probably could, assuming, of course, that there's nothing broken in there. And I think he is indeed planning to give it another go. Schebler is there, so 2 pitches and 2 outs thus far. Digging in once again, Corey Spangenberg, 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. Popped him up. Suarez is there, and it's a 3-pitch inning as this side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They're up 2-0. Digging in, the switch hitter, Tucker Barnhart. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is pulled into right. But he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see right there, he's up near the top in the National League, currently 3rd best. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Comes in with an average of 265. 5 homers and 21 driven in. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change, he had to be sitting off speed right there.
And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. Back to the top of the Reds lineup now, and stepping in, Billy Hamilton. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First offering on its way. There's a breaking ball over the outer half. Well hit to right, but foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Reds are down and ordered. They're still down. It's 2-0. Kyle Crockett will come on now as he'll be appearing in his 45th game this year. Ready once again, Luis Valbuena. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And there's a base hit, so maybe some insurance here to lead off the 7th.
And that's one of those plays that stay with you for an entire game. You want to get the first out on what appears to be a routine play, but you can't get it done. The good news, he has some time to redeem himself.
First pitch on its way. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Hamilton comes on now, and he has it, one down. Riding in once again, J.P. Crawford. He's grounded out and lined out in 2 trips. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a neck-high fastball that time. And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
To 1-2 now.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. J.P. Crawford goes down for out number 2 in the top half.
One of the toughest pitches they hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat. And what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Schebler is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. 1 left for Philadelphia as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Peraza. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the...
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Phillies, number 75.
Here's the first pitch to him. Started that swing a bit too early.
Somebody needs to go rattle the cage right here. Take the bats and start throwing them all over the dugout to get these boys going. If this continues, I guarantee you see a different lineup tomorrow.
Behind 0-2 now. Rodriguez, a Venezuelan-born ball player. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Yeah, Matty, it's going to be interesting to see where this guy lands at the end of this season. A lot of variables come into place. He's had a long career. It's going to be interesting to see if a team steps out past 1 or 2 years for this player.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw on to first, and 1 shortstop rounds out to the other, 1 away.
Good pitch right there to run the 2-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball as the result.
Now the pitch. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Pitch on the way. Grounded to the right. And that is through into right field for a single.
Hey, guys, he's not known for being a singles hitter right here, but that's his 2nd knock of the game.
And I'm sure he'll take him, but the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoided a worse fate. In now, Scott Schebler. Fouled away. No hits to this point. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. A little bouncer. But that one rolls foul. Votto, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Out in front as he rolls over it to second, fielded by Spangenberg. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Reds leave 1. They trail things here 2-0.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Reds.
So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Jake Marisnick. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Now a ground ball heading for the Gold Glover Votto at first. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Up next will be Nick Williams. So far 2 for 3 in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Oh, what a pitch to start the at-bat there. It's 0-1.
For the most part, he's looked really locked in at the plate in this game. Not so much on that swing, though.
Ball 1. And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Pulled toward right center field. After it is Hamilton. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Rhys Hoskins will stand in again as we flash you back to earlier. He's accounted for their only runs of the ballgame on 1 swing of the bat, as this was the swing right here. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1.
2 things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly.
And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. And that one is gone. Rhys Hoskins with a solo shot. His second home run of the game. And the Phillies open up a 3-0 lead.
Every run helps late in the game. And with this one on the board, they're now up 3 and only need 6 outs to end it. They've got a little room for error, and I'm sure they'd like to add to that even more if they can.
And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. As he swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow right field. And that'll get down for a base hit. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, Dero. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
But little trouble handling this one down there at third, as that will end the inning. But the Phils tack on 1 more on this solo home run. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It's now 3-0 Philadelphia. Ready for another chance? Adam Duvall. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally. Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1. Ready now for Cincinnati, Eugenio Suarez. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Looks at a changeup right over the middle.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat this. This is a huge half inning right here. They have to find a way to score a few runs. They do not want to face the closer, needing 3 runs in the 9th. That means game over.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Ready with the 0-2. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
6 pitches, 2 strikeouts in the inning. Hard to beat that, and beyond that, he has to feel good about the way the curveball is coming out of his hand. That was a nasty-looking pitch.
In now for the Reds, Tucker Barnhart. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it 1 bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
That's lifted the other way out to left. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. They trail it here 3-0. Cincinnati's Fountain Square scene there as we welcome you back to Major League Baseball on the show. Kevin Quackenbush will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Stuart Turner is into the ball game as well as he'll slide into the pitcher spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. Hit sharply toward the right side, and that is into right field. So the leadoff man's aboard here to kick off the 9th.
It's a great job right there to get a leadoff knock. You got the lead. You have a chance to add on in the later innings. Leadoff guy getting on sets the tone.
Standing in now, Jorge Alfaro. He swings and lines it to left, and that's in there. Base hit. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. From the stretch. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Jeanette is there. 1 there. Back to Votto, but it's not in time as they settle for just the 1.
Now batting, pitcher, Francisco Rodriguez.
Martin Maldonado will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 12, Martin Maldonado.
Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him 0-1. This year against right-handed pitching, Maldonado brings a batting average in the low 220s to the table.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise. Well, we know what this guy's approach is. He's looking to go absolutely deep right here. I don't see him getting anything over the heart of the plate.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Here's Jake Marisnick, and their runners at the corners now. He's set, and the pitch. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Hamilton going back. Out of here to the deepest part of the yard. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. 4th home run for him on the season. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
You know, as a pitcher, there's nothing worse than getting taken deep, but it's something every pitcher has to deal with. Even the best pitchers give up home runs. You just have to refocus and go after the next hitter.
The right fielder, number 5.
Up next will be Nick Williams. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Hamilton is under it, and that retires the side. But the Phillies use the long ball here, and they get 3 on this 3-run home run. Last chance coming up here for the Reds. It's the Phillies 6 and the Reds nothing. Pat Neshek takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Now at the plate, Stuart Turner. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Sliders in for a strike.
Welcome to my world right here, batter. I've seen this 0-2 count way too many times. Hittable pitch in the middle of the zone, you take one. Slider in the dirt, you come unglued. Now you got to step out of the box. You have no idea what's going to happen.
The next 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
0-2.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. 0-2 once more. Is swung on and missed, strike 3. And here's Jose Peraza. And the pitch. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. Missed with a slider. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. The Reds down to their last strike. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, that's win number 90 on the season for them so far, and they've been a force on the field all year long. And by the looks of it, they're not done yet.
A 6-0 shutout to finish off tonight's game. Philadelphia with their 90th win, best in the division.